Hi team, Halley Martinez here. I want to go over some things with you before we get started in our training tonight. Um, some things are just easier to explain in a video rather than through just typing out and trying to explain to you through a post. So I just want to go over a couple points and a couple tips for you to consistently work your business and make the most of your time that's dedicated to Jamberry. So the first thing I want to talk about, and well, before I get any farther, I want to give credit where credit is due. This training is a version of a training that was done by CJ Summers, who is an awesome elite executive in our upline. She created this training and it really inspired me, and so I'm kind of tweaking it a little bit and then offering it to you guys. So the first thing CJ suggests, and that I will suggest too, I agree with all of these points that she does, and these are all things that I work on in my own personal business. First one is to treat your business like a business. I tell this to all of my new girls especially, because a lot of people come into this business and they think that they're signing up with a company. So that company is responsible for making us successful. And sure, they help. They obviously help. They provide the products and they provide marketing materials and trainings and all kinds of stuff to help us be successful. But they're not responsible. You are responsible to make this business successful, and you have to look at it as just like you're opening a new business. A new business needs time to get a good reputation. It needs to be shared with everyone you know so that they actually know that it exists. It needs to be tested out by people so people can find out if they really love your new business or not. And it takes a lot of consistency. No business opens its doors on opening day and has a line out the door with people banging it down ready to come in and spend all their money. It just doesn't happen unless you have some crazy amazing marketing happening before and some crazy sale happening. It just doesn't happen that way. So you have to put time and effort into it to make it really get off the ground and be successful. Something I think about a lot when I'm working is if somebody was looking over my shoulder, like my boss. If my boss was looking over my shoulder, watching what I do when I'm in my office hours, would he fire me? Probably. There's probably been many times where I would have been fired. If I get sucked into the Facebook world, scrolling through the news feed, I spend way too much time working on something that really should take me just a couple minutes to do because I want to perfect it, or something as silly as a pick monkey picture that I want to post on Instagram or want to post on the team page. I spend way too much time on it, where it could be time going towards another really important task. What if I just decide one day that I just don't want to work anymore and I call out? Obviously we have that flexibility that if we really need to take the day off, we can, but if it's not necessary, we're gonna get fired. So you need to just remember that and think about how you want to work for yourself as your own boss. We have that awesome blessing of being our own bosses, but not take advantage of it. Work like you are being watched and you need to impress somebody because you need to promote. You need to get a raise. You're not going to get a raise. You're not going to get a promotion if you're not working your business. And those promotions and those raises are there for us. We don't need to beg and plead for them. We just need to earn them. So, the difference between working a regular job and being in direct sales is we hold the control of when we get a raise and when we get a bonus and when we get a promotion. So we need to really utilize those and take advantage of those. Don't let them just sit there and waste away or never be earned. All those ranks up at the top are just waiting for you. So you want to work your business with all of these great tips and techniques in order to get up there, if you catch my drift. Okay, I'm going to try not to ramble, so here we go to the next one. Don't reinvent the wheel. There's so many resources and ideas and things that are already made for you. Jamberry is so awesome about providing things for us. We have an amazing, the best upline ever that comes out with all kinds of resources for us. Other consultants are so creative. So before you go and try to spend time recreating something, try to find if it's something that's already there for you and provided for you, so you can spend less time on things. Another thing I want to talk to you about tonight is office hours and setting office hours and sticking to them. This is probably one of the biggest things that everybody in Jamberry struggles with, especially the leaders, because not only are we working our own personal businesses, but we're also managing a team. So it can be the hardest thing to stick to, because we do have that flexibility and the freedom to make office hours whenever we want to, or not make office hours, or switch them up. But I can guarantee you, anytime that I have made office hours and I have stuck to them, it has proven to be amazing and productive, and I get so much done, and my business is so much better in the month that I stick to my office hours. I don't know about you, but I am completely guilty of feeling like I'm working all day long, and then at the end of the day feeling like I got nothing done. And that's no fun. Stuff like that is what takes the joy and the fun out of this business for us, because we start to feel overwhelmed and we start to feel like this is just too much work. And really you haven't done much work, but it feels like you did, because you've been on your phone all day long, or you have all this stuff in the back of your mind that you need to get done, you didn't get it done, and you feel like, I just can't do it. So when you set your office hours, look at your week, look at where Jamberry can fit into your life, and set those office hours. Print it out on a cute little piece of paper, stick it in your workstation, stick it on the background of your phone, wherever it needs to be, where you can see it all the time, and clock into work. And that means that when you're working on Jamberry, you're not online paying your bills, you're not folding laundry, you're not doing the dishes, you're not scrolling Facebook, you're not emailing your friends, or whatever else distractions and temptations come along. You are working on Jamberry and Jamberry only. The bill paying, the housework, everything needs to go in another time. So you want to make sure that when you sit down at the end of the night, you feel caught up, and at the end of the week you feel, wow, I really got a lot done with Jamberry this week. And you'll know that you did when you see the fruit coming out of it. It was income generating, and you might not see that income right away, but it's going to come down the road, because you were consistent with your business that week, and you stuck to your office hours, and you got a lot done. Keeping your task list going, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on a piece of note paper in your pocket, whatever that's easiest for you, writing things down as they come to you, so that when you sit down at your desk and you are ready to work, you know exactly what you're gonna do, instead of sitting down and being like, okay, what should I do? Maybe I should follow up with this person. Okay, I'm following up with this person. Oh wait, I need to send her a hostess packet. Oh, okay, I'm gonna start doing that. Oh wait, I need to post something in my team page. And you're just all over the place. And I'm saying all of this because this is what I've done, and what I have to always remind myself to not do. So I'm speaking from experience. Let's see. Okay. The other thing is, time. How much time do you really need to dedicate to this business for it to be successful? We have the flexibility, like I've said, to make our own hours, and Jamberry doesn't give us any requirements to where we need to sell a certain amount. So it's not like we have any specific time that we need to dedicate to Jamberry. But if you want Jamberry to be successful, even if you want it to, maybe your vision is not to get to the very top of the company. Maybe it's just to make some extra money. If you want to make some decent money with Jamberry, you need to dedicate at least 10 to 15 hours a week. And it might sound like a lot, but when you break that down within 5 or 6 days of the week, it's really not that much time every day. Any other business or any other job is going to take a lot more time than that. So if you can dedicate that to your business every week, especially if you're just starting out, if you can dedicate at least 10 to 15 hours and set that time and make it productive, you will get results. Now, if you're looking to be a leader in Jamberry and make this your full-time job, and reach those high income ranks up there at the top, then you need to really dedicate 20 to 25 hours every single week to your business. Now, that might seem a lot to you now, and you may not be very far along in Jamberry, but I promise you, if you dedicate 20 to 25 hours a week in Jamberry, make that time worth it, you will become a leader in Jamberry. And I promise you, the income that you make down the road when you're in those leader ranks will pay you way more than any other job would at 20 to 25 hours a week. You're going to be working for full-time pay at a part-time, full-time pay at a part-time job. I am totally butchering this. Hold on. I wrote it somewhere. Yeah. So, you are going to work... Wait, where is it? Okay, so you want... Okay, here we go. Hello. You want to work part-time hours for full-time pay. Let me say that again. Part-time hours, 20 to 25 hours a week, and you will be getting a full-time pay. And as you get higher in those ranks, where you're in the executive ranks, senior executive, lead executive, premier executive, elite executive, those incomes are through the roof. And I'm not even going to call that a full-time pay, because I don't even know anybody making that kind of money that is doing a regular job that isn't requiring like 60 to 80 hours a week. So it pays off. It really pays off, and it just takes time, and it takes the consistency and the dedication to keep going and keep consistently working your business that much every week. All right, where am I? Another thing is perception. You want to create a perception that this is a job that people want. You don't want to, you want to model your business so that others really want to be a part of it. You don't want to be on Facebook all day, every day, and people see that. People see you liking every single post the second they post it and commenting, and, you know, your name is popping up all over their newsfeed. They're going to be like, wow, Hallie's like on Facebook all day long. And, you know, you don't want to be posting on Facebook 10 times a day. People are going to be like, dude, this girl, like, she's obsessed with Facebook and that's all she does. I don't want that to be the perception of what I do at home. I want people to see that I'm out with my son having fun, and that I can do it when I want to because I work from home. And when I walk into a home party, I don't want to walk in with my hair up in a fancy updo and high heels on and carrying all this like 10 bags of Jamberry stuff with me, because then it looks like, who wants to do that? You know, there's women in my home parties that work a day job where they have to wear heels and get dressed up, and they don't want to do that in another job. So I want to come in looking like this. I mean, maybe not wearing a wrinkled t-shirt, but I'm going to look presentable, but I'm also going to look duplicatable, because I want people to know that they can do this business too. I want to condense all of my stuff that I take to a home party into 2 easy to carry bags so that people see how simple this job is. And I want to, you know, just put out onto Facebook with the people that don't know me in my personal life or don't see what I'm doing. They're seeing Facebook. So I want to make the perception of my, you know, I love my life, and which I do. And, you know, this job has given me amazing opportunities and chances to be home and make my own hours. And I'm using my hours smart. I'm going out and I'm doing what I want to do on every day, and I'm working my job, but I also have a flexible schedule that I can take my son out whenever I want to. You also want to model it for your team. You don't want your team, if you're a leader or you're close to being a leader, you don't want your team to see you working all day, every day. You want them to know that they can do this too. And I try to put that perception out for you girls too, because I know that you all can do this. I know that you can all be in my position, and that is why I set office hours, and that is why I may not respond to your private messages or your tags right away, because I'm not on my phone all day, every day. I'm with my family. I'm doing things in my personal life. And when I get onto Facebook and I see those tags and I see those messages, then I will respond to them. But I am not at Jamberry's beck and call or my team's beck and call, because I do have a personal life. You want to set up that perception for your the people that are buying from you, your customers, your potential recruits, your hostesses. And you need to realize that everyone is watching. Everybody is watching. And I post on Facebook, I'll post something about Jamberry, and maybe nobody likes it or nobody comments on it. But I know that there are people watching and people are reading it, and it's planting seeds all the time. In those few people that are maybe have Jamberry in the back of their mind. I'm going to use Julianne as an example. Julianne, if you're watching this, Julianne is one of my brand new girls on my team. She joined in August, and we went to high school together. And she has been my Facebook friend since before I started Jamberry, and she has seen all of my posts for the last 2 years about Jamberry, and she had never asked for a sample. I had never asked her. She never commented on any of my posts, but she messaged me a couple weeks ago and said, I think I'm ready to sign up for Jamberry. And, you know, for whatever reason, she took in, you know, what I was doing. She was watching what I was doing, and she realized 2 years later, okay, I'm ready to do this and I want to give this a try. So you never know who's you know, checking you out and wanting to see what you're doing, and when they're going to take that leap and jump in. So if you stay consistent, show that this is working for you, show that you love it, it's gonna pay off down the road. Let's see. What else can I tell you? I think that's pretty much it. This is going on 17 minutes, so I'm lucky if any of you are even still listening to me. I am going to post some slides later tonight about going into detail with some of these things that I talked about, but this video there's a lot in here that I really wanted to get out to you tonight, and this is a big part of the training. So really think about everything that I said. I hope you took some notes, and I promise you, if you implement these things to your business, you will not only be more productive, you will feel more accomplished, you will keep the fun in Jamberry, because we don't want the fun to ever leave. This job is fun, and this job is rewarding. And when you start looking at this job as a task, a daunting task, and a job that you don't want to go to, then something's not right, and you need to adjust something and find that passion, that fun again. Because think about how excited you were when you were waiting for your starter kit to arrive. This job is fun. Think about how fun it is when a new person joins your team and their excitement becomes your excitement. And when you book a new party, and when you have a rockin' sales at your party, this job is fun. This job is rewarding. So keep it that way. Don't turn it into a job that you hate, or the job that you don't want to do. So I hope you guys got something out of this, and I look forward to our training tonight. Bye.